Hello, everyone. My name is Sara, and I'm going to be sharing my journey um, to embracing imperfection, a journey to freedom through meditation. I'm originally from Colombia, and I am a person who likes to do things right, who likes to study, who likes to be seen as an excellent in general. And I was always held in very high standards by my family in Colombia. I often was the best one or the first one in my class. And I often didn't feel good enough or perfect enough. Growing up, I got into modeling and acting, and that definitely fed that fear of being judged and ultimately being rejected because I wasn't perfect enough. Later on, I decided to move to New York without knowing any English, and I definitely believed I was gonna find freedom because I felt like everybody was gonna be like me, different. And once I arrived, I realized I was again in a search of perfection, perfecting my language, perfecting my accent, perfecting my surroundings, my life, always wanting to be better, wanting to be part of the New York society. I was again victim of myself. Now, we live in a world that often tells us that perfection is a goal and being number one is something to be proud of, making us believe those unattainable standards are the norm. And I think we can find true freedom when we start redefining perfection, understanding that perfection is not the absence of flaws, but the acceptance of our nature that make us a beautiful masterpiece. So, does everyone like art? Does everyone or all the artists paint the same art? Excuse me. Imperfection is a living and breathing masterpiece adorned with delightful chaos and bare honesty and love. So imagine now that your mind is a canvas, is an empty canvas when we are born into this world that is slowly started to get colored by all the experience, intervened by all the things that we went through life. Some strokes are more pleasant than others, some colors and textures are darker than others. But it's this journey, this compass that um, meditation become to my journey. Slowly, I started to understand that it's not about achieving a flawless painting or being the best, but rather acknowledging the chaos within and finding peace in the midst of it. Finding certainty and serenity in each stroke and understanding we also have and could have some control of the strokes we put in our canvas, aka our mind. As we see in meditation, envision your mind as an ever evolving canvas or painting, a masterpiece in constant evolution. It's a gallery where art styles seamlessly shift from intricate details of the Rococo era to the free spirit of strokes of abstraction or the dreamy landscapes of Impressionism. Much like an artist redefining their craft, our minds experiment with these styles as well. Most of the times without knowing. Now, each thought of or brush to stroke contributing to the ever-changing composition. Now, in this gallery of the mind, practice in meditation is aiming to get better at a preferred art style. The more we engage in these mindful practices, this practice, the more adept we become at navigating the diverse landscapes of our thoughts. Just as an artist redefine their techniques over time, we too can redefine our mental artistry through the repetition and practice of meditation. And just like an artist often develop a distinct style, our minds also lean towards familiar patterns. Embracing meditation allows us to recognize and understand these patterns, cultivating a sense of mastery of our mental palette. So if we are artists who would like to get better at painting flowers or a certain style, you will have to practice that style or painting flowers, right? So let us approach meditation as artists of the mind, embracing the diverse artistry within. As we navigate the shifting styles of our thoughts, remember that mastery comes not in controlling and obsessing to find the perfection on the canvas, but in gracefully guiding the waves of our own artistic expression. The practice of meditation definitely extends beyond the cushion or beyond the canvas. Whether it's a challenging work situation or a personal situation with our partners or friends, meditation or practicing painting allow us to embrace and approach these moments with a calm and center mind, seeing imperfection as opportunities for growth and evolution. In our pursuit of freedom, embracing imperfection is like discovering a hidden treasure within ourselves. Imagine we paint a garden where the flowers look blooming, not in a uniform precision, but in a wild way, all colors and shapes. Similarly, our imperfections are the petals or those textures that the flower makes that gives this vibrancy to the garden of the masterpiece of our lives. To find perfection, we must first understand that it's not a clean, flawless landscape, but a very dynamic, ever-evolving masterpiece shaped by the twists and turns of our unique stories, our lives, our choices. Embracing imperfection becomes a guide towards self-discovery. So instead of striving for an attainable standard, we navigate the strokes of our flaws, using them as stepping stone towards growth and self-improvement. Consider meditation then as this alchemy that transforms imperfection into beautiful pearls of wisdom. As we sit in quiet contemplation, we witness the chaos symphony of our thoughts and learn to appreciate the imperfect beauty. It's a state of being where authenticity shines. It's fluid, it's ever changing. So, as we conclude today, I invite you to consider the art of embracing imperfection through meditation. It's a journey that leads us to freedom, a journey where we learn that the canvas of our lives is more vibrant when painted with beautiful colors or imperfections, and we can make them our superpowers, or as I call it, make us flawesome, because we allow ourselves to have sovereignty in ourselves and at the same time be better. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen. And my name is Sara. Hopefully I'll see you soon.